Maybe you're going through some pains right now. Maybe you're going through some sufferings. You're going through some difficult times, very hard situations, and you don't know the way out. You don't know what you're gonna do. You don't know the solution, how you're gonna go about your life. You're just worried and disturbed about what you're going through. You're going through a kind of protracted sickness that has been so challenging for you for many years. You've been taking drugs, medicines, medications, everything, therapy, regimen, everything you've tried, but nothing has worked. Nothing has really worked. It's like the case of that woman with the issue of blood who have been to many physicians and she has tried different things, but nothing has worked. Nothing has worked, until she met Jesus. And then she said, if I could just go meet him and touch the hem of his garment, I'm gonna be healed. That's the power of faith. So your situation might have been that woman with the issue of blood before she got healing from Jesus. So it might be very hard for you. Maybe you're also thinking, okay, but how can I get solution to my own problem? What can I do? How can I go about my life? How can I go about this situation? What exactly can I do? I've tried everything I could and nothing has really worked. So it's like you're in that state of hopelessness and helplessness. You see, kind of like getting frustrated, angry, and just tired of life. I understand that can be so, devastating. That's really a lot. It's really, really a lot. I mean, I can imagine that. Sometimes you go through that moment of crying and, sobbing and just kind of like that deep sorrow. You just, you also think about God, like, why did God live in this situation? Why did He abandon you? Why did He just left you alone to be dealing with the situation? People are not so much supportive. Maybe one or two people are trying, but you're not getting as much help as you needed and wanted, and it's just like you're walking this whole journey alone, and you're kind of like just tired of life. And I understand all these things, and I can tell you it's something that I've had an experience of in the past. I also have people who have been through that very same situation, and I can understand what it means to go through those kind of difficult situations when you're like feeling so much pains and going through a lot of sufferings and all that. But I bring you the word of hope. I bring you the word of encouragement that hmm, even though it looks like the Lord is not so much concerned yet, it looks like, oh, He just abandoned you or left you alone to be dealing with a problem, to be handling it all alone. But I tell you that the Lord has not left you. He said, I will never leave you nor forsake you, so that you can boldly say, the Lord is my helper. I shall not be afraid. What can man do to me? David said, even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for thou art with me. Exactly. He said, I will fear no evil because he knows that the Lord is with him. That even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, can you imagine that? You know what it means to walk through the valley of the shadow of death? Like when you're very, like you're seeing death like face to face, like almost, entering into that pit of death, like very close, just an inch apart, right? But then he still believes that the Lord is with him. And the Lord said, even in his word, he said, when you go through fire, I'll be with you. When you go through the waters, I will be with you. Everything you go through, He's gonna be with you there. Remember the three Hebrews, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, when they uh, were confronted by that king, and he threatened them that he was gonna put them inside a burning furnace, inside a fire, that they should bow to his idol. But they resisted. They said, no, we will not bow to your idol. We will not. Just like the sickness, the suffering, the trouble is asking you to bow down to him, to surrender yourself. But he said, no, I will not. Doubt, all manner of negativity in your mind, negative thoughts, telling you to succumb and just forget about the law, forget about your trust in God, forget about your faith in God, that you should try something else, try other means, go meet some herbalists, go do some occultic things, go try some other things, but you still kind of like put your faith in God. So the same thing for the three Hebrews. So they got a lot of threats from the Nebuchadnezzar, and guess what happened? The Lord he didn't quench the fire, okay? He didn't blindfold the king so that he would not throw them into the fire. He allowed him to tell his servants to carry the three Hebrews, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, carry them inside the burning furnace, like very, very burning fire, like to the extent that the people that carried the three Hebrews, they were burnt themselves. Can you imagine that? That's for you to know how heavy the fire was, because he told them to increase the intensity sevenfold. You can imagine that. They increased it to like 7 times. So the three Hebrews were thrown into the burning fire, and guess what happened? It was like as they were put inside the burning fire, then Jesus was there with them. Jesus was waiting for them, and the fire became air conditioner. It became a refreshing place, refreshing atmosphere for them, because Jesus was waiting for them right there inside the burning fire. And the glory of God was revealed. Can you imagine? The glory of God was revealed, and it was Nebuchadnezzar the king that first saw Jesus with the three Hebrews, because the first thing he noticed was like, these guys didn't die. Like, how? What happened? They didn't die. Not just that, then he now noticed the fourth person inside the fire. He said, but the appearance of the fourth person looked like the Son of God. Can you imagine that? Even the Gentile confessed the presence of God. Can I tell you that what you're going through right now is going to be exactly what happened with three Hebrews? It's going to glorify God in your life. It's going to bring glory to the Lord. It's going to bring the power of God, the grace of God. It's going to manifest. People are going to see that the hand of God is in your life. They're going to see that the grace of God is upon your life. They're going to see your miracle. They're going to see your testimonies. People are going to marvel at the grace of God upon your life. They're going to marvel at the power and anointing of God that's working in your life, that despite all you've been through, you are not defeated, that you have a spirit that cannot be destroyed, that you have a grace that will always manifest in whatever situation, and we always upturn and upend disgrace. It will always turn around negative situations into greatness. Like, you will never be put to shame. The Lord will always glorify Himself in your life. He will always turn every difficult situation into a blessing. I tell you this, that you should trust the Lord, you should believe Him, you should remember His promises, His words that He has given to you. He has assured you that He will never leave you nor forsake you, so that you can boldly say, "The Lord is my helper. I shall not be afraid what can man do to me." You see, these are very powerful promises, scriptures that the Lord wanted to hold in your hands and be confident that He that has started good work in you will surely perfect it. Will surely perfect it. All right, so I hope you've been blessed with this. Please make sure you share with family and friends. And there are also amazing messages on this channel that you can listen to, and I believe they're gonna bless you. All right, so do check out for more. Like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Thank you so much for listening, and God bless you.